The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebs, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. And coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a terrific singer, songwriter, and very talented from Portland, Oregon. He was a frontman for Heartsofoak, and he goes has a new project with Radio Receiver, and he's also had some songs called Billy Number 10, Bicyclethief, Twistedman. He'll be playing a couple of tunes later on as well, too, and a long time, just well-known in the Portland area. And live, ladies and gentlemen, Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Portland, Oregon. Ladies and gentlemen, the very multi-talented Nate Wallace of Radio Receiver. Nate, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Mike. Happy to be here.
Well, it's great to have you on board. So you've been living in Portland, Oregon for quite some time, and you're the front man for Hearts of Oak, and you also have a project called Radio Receiver. You've got Billy Number 10, Bicycle Thief, Twisted Man, and more. And you've been very fortunate to be working with some great people and a lot of interesting influences, and you have a new project out. And before we get into all that, tell us how I first got started.
I first got started in my, when I moved to Portland in about 1998, I think, and started playing guitar then, and I would have been about 21, maybe, give or take, and just started learning guitar on my own because I moved here in the winter when it rains a lot, and I came up here from via California where I used to skateboard, and kind of just switched to playing music, mostly because I didn't have my skateboard friends, and would spend a lot of time. I'd either go to work or come home to this house I lived in and just sit in the room, and went to Powell's Books. I don't know if you've ever heard of Powell's Books, and bought the Neil Young Easy Guitar Anthology, went to a pawn shop, bought a guitar, and flipped those two around, but within a couple of days, and just learned those songs that I'd already known all my life, and kind of took it from there. And then I didn't start writing songs right away. I played music with the friends who we'd once a week get together and jam. And every week it'd be like, what song am I going to learn and bring it to the jam kind of thing. And then they were also writing their own songs, and we formed a band out of that. And then eventually I just gleaned writing songs from those guys, watching those guys do it. And it was just that kind of snowballed into I write fairly often now, and really enjoy it, and I've kept doing it because it always evolves and you get better at it and better results. And I like to think you get I personally get a high off finishing material and then playing it and then eventually recording it possibly and performing it if you ever do that again.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. And what was that one precise moment that influenced into what you're doing today?
I watched, that's an interesting question. The first thing that just popped to mind right now was, I remember I would see my dad was a singer-songwriter, and I'd watch him play and perform, but this is back in the days of VHS and public television, and this is back in Maine. And I remember he tape recorded a Neil Young special episode of Austin City Limits. And because that was on a VHS tape and there wasn't things to just watch on TV, I would watch that recording a lot. And that was when he was doing that album that he did with Waylon, the Comes a Time stuff, and then the Harvesters, the International Harvesters stuff. Mm-hmm. And so that was a pretty big influence on me, and went down the alt country road for a while, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. That sounds amazing too. And who are some of your other favorite artists and singers growing up besides Neil Young?
Growing up, obviously like the big dogs like Bob Dylan, even maybe someone like Bruce Springsteen or Tom Petty. But then a huge influence on me via my dad. My dad's favorite songwriter was a guy named John Stewart, who was in the Kingston Trio originally.
Yeah, I remember the Kingston Trio. And
yeah, he went on.
That's right. Yeah.
He went on to have that song called Gold. He recorded with Stevie Nicks and Lizzie Buckingham.
I remember that was one of my favorites back in the day. Oh my goodness. He made a nice comeback. That song is still ringing in my head this time. So.
Yeah. He recorded one of his best albums. The folklore is that he was across the street. Dylan was recording Nashville Skyline, and he was in another studio in Nashville with the same musicians, and they were recording his album. California, what the heck's it called? I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on this, but anyway, that's easy to find. So he was a big influence of mine. And then a little later in life, I've kind of followed some independent songwriters like guy Jason Molina, who passed away a few years ago from Magnolia Electric Company. He's one of my favorites. Will Oldham or Bonnie Prince Billy. I like him just for the sheer volume of material and how he reinvents himself all the time, and writes good songs and kind of seems to challenge himself, right? And like lately over this pandemic, he's been doing different cover songs. They seem to come out every 2 weeks, and that kind of stuff's a big influence. And then my friends who I play music with here in Portland.
And how long have you been living in Portland?
Since about 1998.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay. Yeah, that's
yeah,
right. I just wanted to clarify that. It seems like you've been a fiction and music scene for a while. And we'll talk about experience with the front man for Hearts of Oak and more. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give a shout out to our official sponsor, an international award-winning author, Mia Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you love Missing by Mia Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion, and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. It's also available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mia Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved by Hollywood celebs, including Joanne Cassie, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Missing by Mia Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here, singer-songwriter out of Portland, Oregon, coming originally from California. Radio Receiver's Nate Wallace here on the Mike Wagner Show, and you're the front man for Hearts of Oak. And tell us more about Hearts of Oak and some other projects you worked with.
Yeah, Hearts of Oak is currently recording new material. We were chipping away at it. Different members of the band would go into the studio and record a little bit at a time. So we probably have a record in there somewhere, but we haven't been able to get back into it. We're all self quarantine. What do you call it? Sheltering in place.
Shelter in place. There's a lot of names for it. It's shelter in place, quarantine, or stay at home, and what else? Stay safe, bubble. Boy,
I'm just washing my hands, but so we'll probably get back into that whenever things get back to normal. And then I've just been back to about Hearts of Oak. We did 5 records, so if we do another one, that will be 6 records. And we did the first one in 2008. And I was playing a show and I met Ezra Meredith, who's now in Hearts of Oak, and he also produced all these records, produced the Radio Receiver record as well. He has a studio here in Portland, the Deer Lodge, aka Deer Lodge Records. And basically meeting him was kind of a catalyst for being able to ease into recording and not just have to go in and do it all in a couple of days. So I was really blessed to have that scenario happen and meet him. And Hearts of Oak, I think, it's evolved. We did those 5 records, and I don't expect everyone here to go listen to all 5 of those records, but if you do, it's kind of a journey. It's real acoustic and folky with fiddle and pedal steel kind of in the beginning, to eventually just a psychedelic rock and roll band by that 5th record, with long instrumentals and stuff.
Okay. And how'd you guys form Hearts of Oak? How'd you guys first come together?
I was just getting different folks to play with me in the beginning, but on the last 2 records, it kind of formed into a pretty solid lineup of the same 5 of us. Aaron Folkrod on bass, Barry Walker Jr. on pedal steel, Ezra Meredith on electric guitar, and Jay Lever on the drums, and myself playing and singing. And we started playing a lot of shows over that. So that would be over the last five years or so. And that was a pretty solid lineup. And we played so many, kind of Radio Receiver. I'll transition into that because it kind of evolved out of me writing the same amount that I normally would, if not more, but we're playing so many shows that we're always getting together and practicing and getting ready for the next show, and just we're all adults and have families and stuff. So we weren't taken off to go spend time in a studio for a week because we all live here in the studios here. We were never getting around to recording as much as I wanted to for as much stuff as I had. So I also, know a lot of musicians in Portland. So I kind of a friend of mine, Mark, who plays drums, moved up here from California and moved in not too far from me, moved in across the street from my friend Anna, who plays violin and radio receiver and sings. And then a friend of mine, Jason, played bass on that. So I kind of put this other project together geographically. It's like, real close to me. We could get together without disrupting too much of our time and practice at Anna's house in her basement, and kind of worked out. Mm-hmm. And that all came together really quickly. So,
of those 5 albums from Heartsofoak, which you think really stands out, and maybe talk about some of the songs that really stand out for you guys, getting most airplay and whatever else.
I think the fourth record, New England, probably stands out the most. The first song on that is a song called "Used to It Now." Got a little bit of play, and it's a good song, of course. And it was kind of that transition album where we weren't doing just the straight folky alt country thing. It kind of got a little more rocking, and it was just more in, I don't know, catchier tunes and stuff. And yeah, that when I look back on it, that's one of my favorites, but they kind of change a lot. Whatever's new. Right now my favorite is these songs that I haven't recorded yet. So,
I say that's probably best too. And what do you base your lyrics on?
I don't. It's funny with Radio Receiver. I wrote, and well, I guess I don't always write a straight up story song. But so I kind of like the way words flow together. And when we're talking about an influencer, they're like someone like John Prine. You might just say a line because it's funny and it sounds good or it's witty. I would do that a lot, catch a melody and then write from that one thing, whether I went backwards or forward or got a bunch of stuff from it. I could usually write pretty quick that way. And at first glance, it might not be a cohesive bunch of stuff, but if you kind of, I usually just woodshed my songs and play them for a while until they kind of whittle out cut verses, and then you're like, oh, that's all right, that makes sense. And I don't like to be super plain, straight ahead with the lyrics. I like to leave it a little bit up to people's imaginations and my own, even, So.
Mm-hmm. And that's fascinating too. And we're gonna have you play one of those songs in just a minute, which is called Innkeeper. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, and brought to you by our sponsor, international award-winning author Mia Motion Zia of the book Missing. And you can find that on Amazon and ebooks and more as well too. And we'll be back with Nate Wallace from Radio Receiver playing Innkeeper in 1 minute after this timeout.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, where The Mike Wagner Show interviews great guests, cool conversation, lots of laughs, coffee, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're here with singer-songwriter Nate Wallace of Radio Receiver, the front man for Heartsofoak from Portland, Oregon on the Mike Wagner Show. And you also got a tune for us to play. And tell us about the song Innkeeper, and go ahead and play for us.
Yeah, this is probably one of the more recent songs I've written. And I can't remember how the catalyst for this one exactly, but I ended up just doing a theme of, I don't know, it's kind of about opioids and losing people to that. And so that's kind of the theme. And then there's just some imagery around maybe that lifestyle or how that might affect somebody, or yeah. But so I'll give that a whirl for you if you like. You ready?
Okay, go ahead. Here's Innkeeper from Nate Wallace, Radio Receiver on the Mike Wagner Show. Go ahead, Nate.
All the rivers with falls, the house painters with draws, cycle in the night, blind curve with no line, caught cold that flew, bad out of the weather, who knew? The dank basement smells of heaven and earth and hell's bound. Sweet sleeper, delightful innkeeper, turn the room after Nancy's death. Sweet sleeper, lonely light keeper, he lives alone with his theft. Caught in a company of thieves, a band once merry plays green sleeves. The sun treads lightly on the leaves, dry bones and a stock tree, and the words of a poet on a note. Where to live and breathe when spoke. Sweet sleeper, delightful innkeeper, turn the room after Nancy's death. Sweet sleeper, lonely light keeper, he lives alone with his theft.
That was wonderful. Love it. Innkeeper by Nate Wallace, Radio Receiver on the Mike Wagner Show. And where can we find Innkeeper at?
You can't find it yet. It's not out yet. You can find it on
not
the
yet.
Mike
Okay.
Wagner podcast.
Well, that's a start. Or maybe
Yeah.
you can just tell people where can we find your music.
Yeah. Right now, Radio Receiver's on Bandcamp, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, Apple Music. The Bandcamp site and also is under radioreceiver.bandcamp, and the Deer Lodge Records Bandcamp page as well, and Discogs page has it. And you can get the vinyl still, got some left, and also plenty of CDs, and got a few cassettes left if any of the kids want those. And yeah, I think that's where you can find it. And if you're in Portland, it's in some record stores here in Portland, Mississippi Records. Yeah.
That sounds very good. We will check those out. And just a couple of things here, Nate, with Radio Receiver here on the Mike Wagner Show. And what can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Nate?
Well, it's a little bit unknown, but if the pandemic, if we beat it, and we can get back to playing shows and recording, I'll probably get back to working on that Heartsofoak record if depending on if we can get everyone together. If not, I'll probably just I plan to record another radio receiver record because I've got the songs I want to do with those folks. And I've got some other ideas.
It sounds like you're looking forward to it as well.
Yeah.
And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
In my career?
Yes.
Probably in the last 10 years, it was Jason Molina from Magnolia Electric Company, because his songs are one of the ones that they just get me. Like, I just love it. And also just the way he performed as an artist. I recently saw a YouTube video where he was playing in I forget what town, but the fire marshal shut him down, and then he went across the street to like the courthouse steps, because this venue is a courthouse, and just played for the people on the courthouse steps. And someone had a video from the show from 20 years ago. So I was like, wow, that's just magical, So that's probably right off the top of my head my favorite.
Mm-hmm. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Oh man, what is in regards to playing music, writing songs? Yeah, I don't know. Keep your chin up. It's find something little thing that gives you a little satisfaction and work on it. For some people that's exercise or sports or writing or conversation. Just because you're alone these days, you can still get together, you can still talk to people. And if specifically to songwriting, I don't have any great tips, because I think it's such a personal thing that you just gotta. Some people can work hard at it and that works for them. Some people can sit around and then get struck by lightning. I don't know. So.
And of course, that stuff happens. And before we go, Nate, would you like to play one more song for us before we wrap up the Mike Wagner Show?
Yeah, I'll play this tune off the Radio Receiver record. It's called Soldier's Boy, and this song was inspired by a dream I had one night. For a childhood friend, didn't really grow up with his mother, but his mother was from the Philippines and his dad met her in the war. And somehow in the dream, the mom was the soldier. And that was all the song. That's all the song really got based off of. It's not really about anything other than I had a dream one night about my friend's mom who I'd never met. So give that a shot. It ain't long now, I'll get your pity. You can tell me anything, you're so pretty. Holding on out of the nights, fading well. Take me back where it begins. She's a soldier now, I'm just a little boy. On her head, a man's toy. We were swamped in the Philippines, fading hours and forgotten dreams. Now I walk down to this diamond river, put my hands in and she takes what I give. And on her old shelf now I come across book of poems I've written at no comes. And though the words they don't read the same, there it is right there, that's my name. There ain't no thanks on the banks of the road. I come around now, I always deliver. And it ain't long now, I'll get your pity. You can tell me anything, you're so pretty.
That was fantastic. Soldier Boy with Nate Wallace of Radio Receiver on the Mike Wagner Show. A very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on 2021 and beyond. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, your website, how do people contact you, where can people purchase or listen to your music?
You can find the most current music, Radio Receiver, radioreceiverbandcamp.com. Probably just type that in, it'll pop right up. That's the best place to find me. Then the label's website, deerlodge.com or deerlodgepdx.com, like the airport in Portland, deerlodgepdx.com. That's got everything on there, and that would have like if we were playing shows, they'd be on there, that kind of thing. We've got a Facebook page. You can just look for that too. If you go to either one of those first two places, you'll find the other ones.
We certainly will do that. Once again, Nate from Radio Receiver, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely great. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. You've been fantastic.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host, and I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionsea.com. Missing. Available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.